Hi, hello, welcome to Dusty Shop, where bad decisions are rabid and planning is lacking. So, don't do what we do. Well, you could try it. Have fun with it. You know, do the YouTube stuff. Click like and subscribe. Alright, thanks. Alright, here we go. We're here with old Grandpa Shocker one more time. In the last video, I forgot to show everybody that. So what we did there is we opened up the tunnel. A little tight for that 704. So, and then as we come underneath the truck, you'll see we got a pretty gnarly drive shaft loop there. We got some cross bracing. They got a big X brace in here. Yeah. Put some fuel blocks in there. So when we put the fuel lines in there, we got something to hold her down. So, and you know, when I did all this, I painted the frame. So we decided to do all this later on. So we put some stiffeners in here to give the frame a little something extra. George welded all this stuff in. And then this little stuff right here is for transcooler. It's gonna be back here too. And like I said, there's our little 7 3/4 week rear end. So, alright, well, I was just underneath here. So I welded those up, and I'm going to paint all this real quick. So next time we see all this, it'll be all painted and good stuff. Maybe. Hopefully it'll look pretty good. So, and then I'll continue on with the wiring. So we got, yeah. All them wires. Oh, the spaghetti. Oh man, where does it all go? Hopefully it works. I don't know. Maybe not. Hopefully. Yeah. Alright. Alright, here's the inner fenders for old Grandpa Sugar. I am going to paint all this and make it look nice and pretty. Maybe. Hopefully. Give you an idea. There's some brackets. Refab for some of the components, kind of hide it, make it look neat and clean. You'll see that when we do there's the inner fenders. Ooh boy. Another bracket over here that George built for coolant tank. Yeah. So, yeah man, next time you see these things, they will be looking like the firewall. Alright, here we go. We got the inner fenders and they are prepped. Ready for a little blackout action. We were talking about earlier. That's something, to be coming. And then there's the hood. So we're gonna paint all this stuff like it is to make it look well cool. So there we go. She's all prepped and ready to go. A little rat rod action here since we're gonna do old Grandpa Stoker. The rat rod look. So, yep. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to do a little painting. You see I have all the safety equipment I need. So, here we go. I'm not all that exciting, but it's gotta be done. Make the truck look pretty.
One eternity later.
Ta-da! All right, here we go again. Now, this is the important part. Maybe. Technical difficulty. As usual.
Nice.
Yeah, that's much better. Got a little light to this stuff here. Big thing. Oh man, that's way better. Way better.
What are those? What are those?
Yeah, okay. There we go. It's done. Way kinder. Oh, baby.
One eternity later.
Oh yeah. Okay. So now, you like my really cool setup here to hold the parts. So step 2. Yeah. Rattle can, baby. Rattle can. Ta-da! Yeah, I don't know. Overspray and all that. That's why I did the black first. Because yeah, it says it's real necessary, but we spent all that time making the engine look all pretty and painted and everything else. I just thought, well, why not? that's it, folks. She's all painted up and good to go. So, let me put a little clear coat on it. I know nobody wants to watch that. That's as boring as this was, but all right.
One eternity later.
Okay, now that this okay, old Grandpa Stroker all painted up now. I know I showed a video of me painting this thing, but now it's done. Get ready to do the install. Just giving you one last little look before we get all the stuff in it. Yeah, that's nice. Little brackets, not fuel lines. All right, looks cool. Looks cool. Let's stick a motor in this thing.
Nice.
See, this is all the tunnel work George did fixing this tunnel, open her up so that way he got room for stuff. All right, so we got George's and Grandpa Stroker's. Those are the inner fenders all painted up, looking all ready. We're getting prepped and ready to do the final assembly. There's the inner fenders all cleaned up. So we got George over here. He's starting to break the engine down. We're going to take the old Grandpa Stroker engine off the old run stand. And, yep.
Going in today.
Going in today. She's going to be in the truck. Not coming back out. Unless there's a catastrophic failure. And we don't want that to happen anyway. So, all right, folks. So, like I said, there we go. We're going to start. And there's the inner fender. Yeah. Y'all seen pictures of all this already. So, here we go. Alright, so here is me and George. We are now taking the stroker motor off the engine stand, as you can see. Being on the carburetor, draining the antifreeze, mostly on the floor. Antifreeze mostly went on the floor. You know, usual stuff. I had to clean that mess up. So, and here I am shoving the old run stand out of the way for now. We're just bringing the old engine up to the truck so we can stab her in there. Unfortunately, my engine hoist doesn't have a swivel on the hook, and we have the chain set so that with it hanging there, it wants to like sit like it is sideways, which is not going to work going in the engine. So I gotta go fetch a tire. We're going to lower the thing down there, change the angle of the chain, move it one length to get it straightened back up, and then yeah, we're going to do all that. We're discussing, you know, alignment and everything else, make sure that the tire is going to be tall enough to not have the pan sit on the ground. I did all that work to make that thing look nice and pretty, and the last thing we want to do is start scratching shit up so that way you don't, you know. Yeah. No. So, like I said, here I am. We are lowering the engine down. Gone on there, nice and easy. Get her down there now. Unbolt the chain. Ta-da! Good stuff here. Need to get a swivel for that one of these days. Probably not going to happen. I'll forget. Been saying that for how long now? Here we are. You know, usual stuff. We put our back to the camera all the time. So you're going to see that in every video. So we're getting it all lined up. Getting the chain resituated. Get it ready to go. Maybe. Thinking about it. So this is the fun of putting an engine in. Sometimes stuff don't work quite right. And so here we go, and lift her up. Maybe.
One eternity later.
Situated and lined up right. And there we go. Up she comes. Of course, you know, it is, yeah, that's a leveler, so let's level the engine out so that way at least it goes in kind of square, because we can't put this engine in at any angle. It has to be square or flat, level, not crooked, not at an angle. Otherwise we're going to be fighting it. Alright, here we go. Gonna make the first attempt to stick the thing in there. There's George manhandling the old engine stand. Just grab a hold of that bad boy and just sling around in there. As you can see underneath the truck, the little red thing underneath there is the transmission. Because there ain't no room to put the motor and transmission in one piece. So we got to put the motor in and lift the transmission up and hook the transmission to the motor. Yeah. Yeah. That's that nice deep sump pan. So here we go. Don't scratch the paint. Don't scratch the paint. Probably should have taped stuff up and, you know, like done the smart thing and put, you know, a little tape and padding and everything else in spots. But did we? Nope. But we also didn't scratch no paint either. I'm pretty happy about that. So here we go. Like I said, we're lining everything up. Right now we do not have any motor mounts on the engine because you can't get this thing in there with the motor mounts on it. You gotta take the motor mounts off and then put the engine in, then put the motor mounts on there, and then set the engine down. What a pain in the yeah, it was a pain, sure, but not like you got to take it out all the time. Hopefully never. For a while would be beautiful. So like I said, here we are lining everything up.
One eternity later.
Yep, here we go. Now we got the engine in there. We're putting the motor mounts on. We got the transmission already mounted up there. That was just a whole ugly scene right there that didn't turn out very well. So I'll spare y'all the boring and unfun of that one. So, but yeah, getting the motor mounts all bolted up there, getting her ready to set her down in there for, you know, yeah, kind of tedious, kind of boring. At least to watch. So here we go. Yeah.
What are those?
But all right. Let's see. Not only we bolted up, we're also trying to figure out like where to run some things. You know, stuff, fuel lines, all that kind of good stuff. As we're getting the old engine lined up here, getting all the motor mounts in there. Make sure the brackets are lined up right. Yada yada yada. Here we go. And all right. So now the engine's on. Got the header on there, which is got the radiator and all that in there. We're putting the fenders on. Here's the passenger side fender. Now, when we first put it on there, we forgot to, you know, do all the antenna stuff. So yeah, we had to take the fender back off, wire up the antenna stuff, mount all the antenna, and then put it in there. So that's what we were doing there. No, there we go. We got her all fixed up right now this time. So I'm putting the inner fender in on this side, getting the wires out of the way, getting it all bolted up, so that way I can strap up the old driver's side fender. Make her all look nice and complete up there. Now none of this stuff is shimmed and lined up. We're just kind of stuck in there, kind of loosely, so that way we can do some wiring. We got to put the doors and the hood on it, and then we'll go in there, you know, do the usual stuff, lining everything up, stuff like that. So, oh, there comes the driver's fender. Here we go. Put that bad boy on. That way I can continue on with the, you know, that stuff right there, all the wiring, all that goofy wiring. As you can tell, I'm just in love with doing all that all the wiring. It's not all that bad. It just takes time, which is really boring to watch, but it's got to be done because this truck is fuel injected. So. And then we had a transmission cooler and got to get all that stuff done. So, yeah. All right, here we go. There she is. Fenders on, looking good. Oh, here's George putting the front end together. So, we got the fenders on. He is right now putting on the hood latch. It's kind of hard to see in this video. We had to mod the life out of that thing to get that thing to sit in there right with the condenser, because it has AC. So there is an AC condenser right there. That's what the black grill is. It should be, there's an aluminum grill in it, so you can't see it over the AC condenser. And he's getting all that done, and oh looky there, we got the condenser, or the latch on, and now he is putting on that upper valance right there, and that bad boy right there. We had to repaint that because we did some mods to it, and kind of got a little jacked up, but it is bright white compared to the rest of the truck. We kept talking about that, and it was just like, that thing is white. When you look at the rest of the truck, I'll have to do something with that when we get ready to do the final clear coat and everything on this thing. We got to dull that bad boy down because that thing is just bright white. I mean, these pictures don't do that thing justice. When you're standing there looking at that truck in the sunlight, man, that thing is like a light is showing off. That thing is bright. Holy Christ, that thing is bright. So, but it looks good on there. It's all cleaned up, and so George got that done. And now we're throwing in the bezels. He's gonna, which are the old ones, which we're just doing it to make sure everything lines up. Everything's clearing still after the header. Oh, look at that. Look at the helper that come in the view here. Yeah, he ain't much help at all. Get out of here, kid. You don't know what you're doing. All right. Like I said, George is back in here now since he got disturbed from his work, from that dude. Putting the other bezel in the driver's side, obviously had that bezels. See what everything lines up, because we're going to put in the. Like I said, we want to make sure everything fits. Looks good. Finding all the parts and pieces, and then we come over here, and it's like Christmas. Oh, look at that! What is in the box? Oh man. He is really proud of that thing right there. Oh, there it is. Let's see what it looks like. And bam, there it is. Unwrapped, and it is at the grill. And it really does. It fits good on there. Everything clears. He's getting it all mounted up in there. Kind of going the old shiner-rooney thingy on that thing. Get that front nose looking just all kinds of niceness. Like I said, he's very proud of that nose. Everything he's got going on there. Like I said, these pictures in this video don't do that nose no justice after it's all put together. It looks really, really good. So, and yep, there it is. Like I said, that white is just so bright against that old dull. I'll have to see how it looks when we do the clear. So, said here we go, we're picking her up. What we're doing here is we're gonna set the exhaust up in there, and just to make sure everything still lines up and fits, we gotta get it up in the air. Remember what the one we're doing here. Oh, just readjusting things so we can pick the truck up, because yeah, oh, I ain't laying on no ground no more. Oop. That's why I got that lift. Put it in the air. Stand up and work around it. It's a whole lot easier. I spent many, many years rolling around on the ground in the gravel and on concrete and everything else at home working on these things. And not no more. Not no more. So I said, we're getting it up there. We're gonna test fit the exhaust to make sure it all still lines up. Everything works like it's supposed to. Here we go. We're looking over things, checking stuff out. And then that's when we noticed we had a little bit of an issue. So, and here it is. And I don't know if you can see in this picture, but that header don't line up to that pipe. And when we mocked all that up, that stuff, that's what we used to mock it up with. But of course, we did also run the engine up pretty hot. Got everything pretty warm when we had that engine on the run stand for the last time. So that header is probably maybe half an inch, half and a quarter inch off. and kind of bent weird. So yeah, that made a huge problem. Didn't line up no more. So you know, we did the right thing and went in there and took her down, pulled it out, and then to get everything lined up again, we went and did this. Boom. Stuck that thing in a vise. George started tapping on it a little bit there, trying to line it up, and then that didn't work out very well. Wasn't going where we wanted. So George broke out the old blue wrench, and yeah, here we go. Just a tad bit of tweaking with the old blue wrench, get her back in place and lined up so the way she needs to be. Yep. You gotta be gentle with the blue wrench. You got, yeah, cause you really mess some stuff up with that thing. We didn't. Here's George heating her up pretty good, and then yeah, we had to give her a little bit of fat boy on it. Yeah, here we go. They wouldn't want to play, so yeah, just a little tweak on there. And you know what? We got lucky on this. We didn't measure nothing. We just eyeballed it. And my crooked eye actually worked this time. Usually, I overbend it. And then we're bending it back the other way. But not this time. We got... I guess you might say we got lucky. Yeah. That's all I would say there is. Just blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again. So, here we go. So, we got it all straightened out. We think we got her where we want it. Making sure we didn't twist these things all out of shape, which we didn't at all. So got lucky there. So we had it there on the bench, and then there's George showing you. We got a little bit on the video here. You can see the dimples from where we had to bend it over to get her to yeah, there's a little dimple right there, and then there where we heated her up and bent her over just a touch. It's crazy. They moved that much when we heated them up. But, yeah, hey, it is what it is. It's fixed now. No big deal. So, here's George. He is welding the bung in that exhaust pipe right there for the O2 sensors, which this thing has to have because, and again, it is fuel injected. So, there he is trying to fit it. And get it all lined up good and welded up solid. And you can see me in the background. I am running wires underneath that truck for the fuel pump, all the stuff we got going on underneath there real quick. So trying to get her done so we can get driving it. But here's George working on that, getting everything lined up and being all, you look at him just being all precision and precise. Did a nice job, welded her all up, make sure she's good, doesn't leak, all that good happy stuff. And I'm just back there, yeah, just pulling the wire through. Nothing exciting there. So here we go. He's gonna weld it in there. If you ever put one of these little bungs in there, we test fitted it first, make sure everything kind of lined up, where we wanted it, because, man, they don't give you a whole lot of room to work with, and you ain't going to cut that thing out and reuse it, that's for sure. You mess up, you're redoing the whole pipe. And so, a little planning, and everything worked out. It's in there. It looks good. No leaks. I said, here we go. He's still welding, getting after it. I'm back there trying to figure out what I'm doing. I don't have a clue. I know I got a lot of wires. I'm trying to make notes too, that way I don't forget, because I'll forget what I did. Yeah. So I gotta make notes. Like I said, he's in there getting it all welded. Make sure she don't warp on us. You gotta take your time. You hit it, little at a time. Otherwise you warp the pipe, warp the bung. Ta-da! And then it's no bueno. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a close-up of it. Here's the exhaust. Now we have, well, yeah, we have the, hard to see. There we go. So there is the O2 bung in the pipe. So it comes around. Here's the exhaust. I don't kind of run on top of it. Running around there and running all the way to the back. So that's what we've been working on today because we had a little bit of trouble. I can't see it, but now you can. That old,
had to bend the,
yeah, we had to bend that old header there closer to the block. That's what
all
you
the
see.
bolts ain't in, but we just want to make sure everything fit.
Yep, everything is there and working, so we are good there. And then you see the spaghetti coming down over here. There's the fuel pump, which is going to sit somewhere right in there. We'll make a bracket, get some clamps and stuff, and that way it's all good. But we
Fuel
got
lines will come through here.
yeah, we got fuel lines coming in through their little clamp downs.
Come up to the fuel pump.
Cool up the fuel pump. We're good to go.
Transmission cooler.
Transmission cooler's all in, mounted, so we are good there. So this, you know, all day long, this is all we got done. Man, we are slow or something. Then again,
Perfection takes.
well, I guess yeah, back to doing the wiring on it. So I guess that's gonna be the end of this video. So thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for the next one. All right, thanks.